Take your base link to the past game, but you take all the items and shuffle their locations, so you don't know where they are.
Which means you can get just about anything, but it looks like we are going to go ahead and get started. Just a heart container in the first chest. Now this is randomized swords for this, or randomized weapons for this tournament. So what that means is Link's uncle is going to give us a random item that will still do attack damage.
Yeah, there are 7 options. There's either the sword, the bow, the hammer, the red cane, the blue cane, the fire rod, or bombs. And today we have... Oh!
Oh, the Cane of Burna. One of my least favorite starts, personally. It can be very easy to run out of magic if you aren't careful.
I like it, but if you're not used to how blue cane works, it will be a trip.
Oh, definitely.
And with red rupees in the second chest, there is no weapon bailout today. You gotta go through with that blue cane.
And no bombs either, which means they're gonna have a hard time farming for some.
Yeah, that cane will sap your magic pretty quick if you leave it on, so they're not going to have a whole lot of an opportunity to farm bombs before they hit the back of escape.
Yeah, luckily once you get back there, though, there are a few magic refills, so you should be set. NayIeen making quick work of that first guard. Jetabb does the same.
And you can see how much magic that took for just one guard.
Right, and there are how many more? 3 that are required kills?
2 more required, and it's really going to depend on if you can juke the green guard going to the ball and chain.
Oh yeah, I was thinking ball and chain has one, but and there's a bomb for NayIeen. Lucky drop. And for Jetabb too. So they will be able to check the back of the sewer. And the hammer!
The hammer!
Wow. So much for the cane strats.
Yeah, that was an immediate switch on both runners there.
Beautiful. The only downside with the hammer is its super wonky hitbox. It can be really hard to hit the enemies.
Yeah, but it deals tempered sword damage, so you kind of deal with it for now.
That is very nice. Oh, but NayIeen, gotta be careful here.
Real unlucky there, just hammering the hitbox on the ball and chain instead of the guard.
These runners staying fairly close to each other, though.
Now, ideally, you want to finish escape at around the 6-minute mark, and these 2 are probably on pace for that right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll likely see them taking mostly the same actions right up until about right past Kakariko, or maybe even right after we leave. There's a couple different routes you can take.
I think one of our biggest chances for route divergence is if we see a bow in the back of escape.
Ooh,
that'll be
interesting.
Yeah, as long as they can do the dark rooms in Eastern, then they can full clear Eastern Palace. Just the bow.
You know, HRality, that is a good question.
think this duo works out just for the chat memes.
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful. I noticed that after I signed. Oh,
Oh!
Moon Pearl.
Well, we're just gloves away from Dark World access.
Yeah, which could open up this seed pretty wide really quick. Both runners killing the correct rat on the first try. I tend to miss that a lot.
Now we still have a map to grab, so where is it? Is it back here or is it in Sanctuary?
And it's not in Sanctuary. Which it's nice when it is in Sanctuary, because then you don't have to take the little detour to get it. If you keep track of it.
Alright, let's see what we get from Sanctuary here. We got one more shot at a quick Dark World.
And it's gonna be Big 20. Womp womp. Still though, there's a lot of items in Kakariko Village, so there's a good chance we might get gloves or really anything else that could be good progression.
Oh, and NayIeen's coming from the front of Lost Woods.
Oh, interesting. Skipping out on that Agaton or Lumberjack Cave check. Looks like Jetabb's stream is struggling a little bit here. Hopefully we get him back pretty quick. But we got a bottle over on NayIeen's side.
That means they can route in Sick Kid when they get to Kakariko Village and not have to make a special trip.
Right, and that's really convenient. And there's a sword.
Speaking of convenient,
Yeah. Swords are probably my favorite item in this whole game.
well, you do kind of need at least two of them to beat the game.
Yeah. And I have spent almost 2 hours looking for a single sword before. So I'm always glad to see an early one.
Oh, and opting not to do the Aga check.
Yep, just going straight for Kakariko. Going straight for more bombs, it looks like. But it looks like we do have Jetabb back, so that's good. Or, never mind, that's just NayIeen's stream echoed. My bad.
Yeah, you need at least 3 bombs to get everything in Kakariko. 4 if you decide to do race gaming, you don't have the boots. So, yeah, getting those extra bombs helps.
Definitely, and let's see what Blind's Hut is hiding for us today.
We'll try to get Jetabb back as soon as possible. Until then, it's the NayIeen show.
Nothing really much so far in Blind's Hut. The rupees are nice. This will let them at least check the bottle merchant along the way.
Yeah, 111, that's more than enough. Even with that 10 bomb purchase.
Yeah, definitely. Just arrow upgrade. Not a lot in Kakariko. Oh, and there's the gloves. I eat my words. We have Dark World access, ladies and gentlemen.
So, now this opens up the question. If you're in his shoes, after you finish Kakariko, Do you go the South Shore route, or do you just go straight to Dark World?
That is the question. Personally, I would tend to finish like South Shore just for the Sphere 1 items, but might be a good play to just, go over to Thieves Town at this point since you're right here. It's another several items right there.
And you've got the hammer, so that's a full clear.
And we got a map check. It looks like we got a green pendant at Desert Palace, and the other 2 Light World dungeons are both crystals. And the cape on Sick Kid.
I want to see something on the bumper ledge now.
Yeah, definitely.
Though we're talking about Dark World, and there is one thing we've failed to mention. NayIeen is on 5 heart green mail.
That
Dark
is
World
true.
hurts.
Dark World is very painful. That would be quite difficult. And just a big 20 on the library shelf, so I'm not going to be coming back for that.
Going to check the race game item instead of just bombing through. And a good call there.
Yeah. And it looks like he is going to opt to go the Dark World route, possibly. Wait. Never mind, we are going South Shore. I can be smart.
Yeah, you don't have a mirror, so if you go Dark World, you can't get back.
That is true. No, I missed what was in the first chest here in the sewer, but we just got an arrow upgrade out there. Not anything to go back for.
Yeah, the chest I think was just a big 20. Or no, wait, it was a shield upgrade. Right color, wrong thing.
Yep. Oh yeah, that is. I do see that. Sorry, I was totally distracted. It looks like we do have Jetabb back online. We should be getting back on the stream pretty quickly here. And the book!
I'm seeing a lot of fetch quest. Oh, there's a hook shot.
And the hook shot. It's definitely a very breadcrumby seed, you're right. Crumby. Not crummy.
Yeah, we've got Magic Bat on the table now.
Oh, that is true. Let's see if either of them check that.
So if NayIeen is going this far back, I wouldn't be surprised if after he checks Ice Rock Cave, he comes back and does Fake Flipper for Hobo and for Zora Domain.
That is true. We do have the Moon Pearl, so that is an option. And we do have Jetabb back on the stream now.
Oh, and the bush crab throwing bombs.
Oh, wow. That is convenient. It's given us a lot of early convenience items, like invincibility, Dark World access, hookshot, hammer. So it looks like we're going to see Jetabb going through the Kakariko check, potentially, unless he did that already while he was off.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jetabb ended up crashing. So all that time he was off stream was lost time. Let's hope he can make it back up.
Yeah, hopefully. So we're going to see him doing all the checks that NayIeen's already done. But meanwhile, we have NayIeen going into Hype Cave. Let's see what we got. And the flute.
I give that about a 6.
Oh, the flute's pretty hype. I'd give that about a 7.
Yeah, but that's only the flute.
That's true. I guess there wasn't really anything else useful.
And we don't know if Myers pendant or crystal yet.
That's true. We've not gotten a map check in the Dark World yet.
That's going to be an immediate flute activation and possibly a mad batter check, since he'll be in the area.
Yeah, it's right on the way. And he probably, at least I would go up to Thieves Town at this point as well. But we do have our Hylian national anthem. Thanks to everyone who paid their respects there. And Jetabb's about to be grabbing his power glove. And NayIeen is going for Magic Pad, it looks like.
And the entirety of Light World Death Mountain is also in logic for NayIeen, with the exception of the old man.
That is true. We'll see if he goes for Old Man anyway, because that's another dark room that most runners know at this point. It's a fairly easy one to learn. And Magic Bat's got the Bloomerang for us.
Best item.
Definitely one of them. And where's he gonna go now? Looks like we're going over to the desert. And there's flippers on the ledge.
And he has a book to get in, so
Oh, indeed
here
he
we
does.
go.
Jetabb getting his cape from Sick Kid.
Now, that crash may have cost Jet about 7 minutes, but we have seen races be won by more than 7 minutes, so he can still come back and win this even through that.
That is certainly true. Looks like we got our big key, and it's not on the torch, so Desert is going to be completable. It is a green pendant, though, so we'll see if NayIeen goes for it.
I'm feeling NayIeen's just gonna get the flippers, come back in, do right side, and then bail.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
I hope so if you don't have a fire source.
Oh, that is a good point. It's probably important. I actually did that in my race just the other day. I went all the way to the back without a fire source. So funny I would forget that again.
Womp, womp, womp.
But NayIeen does grab the flippers. And Jet going to his pretty, somewhat hype cave. Grab his flute.
The fact that he's gotten there that quick, that's going to help.
That is pretty good. He has not checked South Shore yet, though.
He might gamble against it since he's got the Dark World access.
That is possible. And he's not save warping, so it looks like he might be. Gonna head up over into the pod area.
That is a play. The only problem with this is that he won't have the hook shot for a while.
That is true. And that cuts off a lot of the overworld access. Mainly Death Mountain east side, though. Without a mirror or a hook shot.
Are we going to see Pyramid and Catfish?
We might be. Might be banking on that and then save warp out. Unless he happens to find the mirror along the way, in which case...
Oh, mirror up here would be huge.
Yeah, that would be pretty intense. Let's see what we got on Pyramid Ledge. And it's just 50 rupees.
Oh, he'll
But that
grab
does give him enough for Zora though, yeah.
Not quite, but pretty close.
Or yeah, close. I can do math. We got NayIeen with the Agina cave check. And just a heart container. It's at least good to get that one out of the way though. It's a pretty out of the way location.
Yeah, and I have seen big items like Hammer there and just be left for like an hour.
Right. So yeah, Jet's about 7.5 minutes behind. It looks
Here
like
comes the old
NayIeen.
man.
Yeah, he's going over to get the old man. And Jet's goose is loose. Looks like he's gonna take that flute and go check the rest of South Shore. Good play.
Yeah, that's a bit more efficient.
That'll also be nice because it makes checking Ice Rod Cave a lot easier when you have that flute activated. Now we got NayIeen going up top. The question is, will he go back down to go east side? And just 50 rupees in Spectacle Rock.
NayIeen's close on that threshold for Zora, but deciding against it.
Yep, not quite there. Yep, and he is going to go check the East Death Mountain, which is good because there's a lot of items over here in Paradox Cave, specifically, and then there's Spiral Cave as well. Oh, but they can also access Hera.
Yep. As long as it's not basement required, that can be cleared.
That is true.
There is another interesting location that's in logic for NayIeen right now.
Which is... I'm trying to think.
I see a blue cane, a cape, and a bottle.
Oh,
and
there
a
is...
hammer and a glove.
Yeah, there is Spike Cave too.
Early in logic Spike Cave, I wouldn't be surprised to see something there.
Yeah, that's definitely rare. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the logic pointing you to it. Let's see what we got here in Paradox Cave.
And Jetabb is making the fake flippers.
Oh, nice. So we got Bombos in Paradox, but other than that, a whole lot of nothing.
Oh, Jet has Zora money. I did not notice he tipped that threshold.
Yep, we just barely got those. Have we seen Hobo yet?
No.
But it was just a piece of heart. So yeah, since Jet does have that money and he's done the reverse fate flipper, it looks like he's gonna go up to the Zora area, check Waterfall Cave and those locations over there. And we got the lamp on the Hylia Island.
Oh, so that means the...
Sounds like you're cutting out a bit, Shadows. That means the mirror's got to be around here somewhere. We got the Fire Rod and Waterfall of Wishing. And Blue Mail.
Oh, that could end up...
Yeah, it sounds like we're losing Shadows a little bit. Just arrow capacity on the Zora ledge. Hera does appear to be fire locked though, so he is going to go ahead and leave. No, NayIeen does have flippers. Oh, you're back.
So this means Jet's going to have an advantage when he makes his way up Death Mountain, because he'll be able to clear Hera.
Yeah, definitely. That will be really nice.
Of course, paying 500 rupees to get 1 rupee doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's no bueno. But that does give Jetabb the capacity to make up for some lost time since he did crash out at the beginning. So now NayIeen's going to have to go back up to finish out Hera. And that long trek through Spiral Cave just for another big 20.
So if Hera has something big like the mirror, oh, that Jet's going to be not only in this, but probably ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. Be nice to see those gambles pay off for sure. But NayIeen looking like we're going to the Thieves Town area. Jetabb also making the trek through the dark to get the old man. But that just leading to 50 rupees.
Might be one of the few times you're happy to see 50 rupees.
And we got a Dark World map check. So with Skull Woods being a pendant, not going to necessarily need the Fire Rod, are we? Because we do have bombos.
Yeah, and Swamp is also a pendant, so you could fake flipper to Ice Palace.
That is true.
The Fire Rod is definitely required, though, for Turtle Rock.
Oh, that's a good point. Good thing we have it. But NayIeen making a trek through Skull Woods. While Jet goes over to his Paradox Cave.
I don't think we saw an item in the first part of Skull Woods there.
Yeah, I don't believe we did. So he's probably going to go ahead and get the one he can in the back since NayIeen does not have Fire Rod yet.
And Vanilla Stun Prize, single rupee.
Oh, wow. We got NayIeen going to check the bumper ledge, which is just a piece of heart. Sorry, Shadows. Speaking of pieces of heart, we got another one up on the Death Mountain Island.
It looks like Jet's going to opt to take care of Spiral Cave before Tower of Hera.
Interesting play. But he can just circle his way back up, so it's not too much of a backtrack.
It would be more efficient to do Hera first and then do Spiral Cave, The exception, though, would be if he's planning on taking on Spike Cave after Hera.
That is true. That would make it better to have gone this way for sure, because that keeps him over there. Then he doesn't have to backtrack, so we'll see if that's what he's going for. But NayIeen finding the mushroom over in Thieves Town, speaking fetch quests.
Okay, where's that shovel? I think that's the only fetch quest we're missing.
Honestly, though. And the chess game just has Piece of Heart. If I were NayIeen, I would go into, yep, looks like we're going into the Thieves Town.
Full clear for 5/6 crystal.
Definitely. You know, I don't think we saw NayIeen check the tablet, did we?
It was a Ruby Horde.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that. And there's the big key.
So I was wondering, where could Mirror be? And then I look at our pendant spread. We could have a mirror in Ganon's tower for all we know right now.
That is true. The only dungeon that really requires it is Swamp Palace. Is that right? Or
Yep, that's right.
okay, yeah. It's definitely nice to have, though.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jetabb having a fire source will be able to check the back of Hera, get his big key, and then finish it out. So we'll see what's up in there.
Also, we can't have a mirror in Ganon's tower because we need that lamp.
That is true. Forgot about that. That would at least be reassuring to know that you're not going to spend a whole seed without the mirror. Nearly making his way through the hallway there. And Jetabb, now that he's done with his coffee break, is going to grab his big key and head on up.
Oh, he's going to take the Death Warp here.
Oh, without the mirror, that would definitely be fast. Slightly faster than climbing your way back up.
So NayIeen just found some bombs over there to bomb open the ceiling.
It's convenient. Thieves Town is a pretty quick dungeon, so we should see him getting done pretty soon here. Alright, we got Jet getting his last couple items before Troll Dorm.
See if he tries this bomb jump.
Yeah, this one, he is going for it.
It's costly if you miss it, though, because you go down 2 floors.
as you see Jetabb doing now. That is a very risky bomb jump, for sure.
Yeah, sometimes you just go up 1 floor and fall down just to not fall down 2 and have to try again.
Right.
And the hammer block chest in Thieves Town, just a piece of heart.
Not a lot of progression there. Now, in terms of finishing out this seed, we're still going to need the bow. We're We're gonna need some Mario still. The mirror, logically anyway.
The ice rod.
Yeah, the ice rod for Turtle Rock.
Now, NayIeen over here on blind. This is where you're kind of happy to have that blue cane start.
That is true. It's really nice to know that you can fall back on that if you're not gonna, be able to tank it out. And it looks like he's going for it.
So blind went down pretty easily. And here's Jet over on Troll Dorm.
Yeah, looks like he's making quick work of him though, and there he goes.
And you know what really hurts for NayIeen right now?
Not having Titan Smiths? I don't know.
Did you catch that big chest over on Jet's side?
I did not catch that. It looks like it was mirror according to the tracker. Wow, totally missed that.
Had a little bit of time to reflect on that.
Yeah. That is going to help him out a lot for sure. Especially since he knows where the lamp is as well. Although he has the fire rod already.
If you know where it is, though, I think you just go ahead and grab it.
Oh, definitely. And speaking of which, never mind, he's going to Ice Rod Cave. Meanwhile, NayIeen's gonna check the one item we can get over here right now. Which is just some bombs.
More bombs! Things that Jet actually needs right now.
It's a pretty bomb-heavy seed. There's been a lot of them so far. But somehow Jet has missed some. Now the question is, where is Jet going to go next with all of his options open? He's going to go to desert and see those flippers.
I'm wondering where NayIeen's headed.
He might be going to check the Aghanim caves, because he hasn't checked that yet. Yep, looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he did not check that earlier.
But we know it's just a big 20, so definitely not an Aga required seed.
Yeah, one strategy I've seen with that cave is just not check it until you have boots.
Right. It's definitely nice to know whether you need it or not, though. But NayIeen's gonna do our mushroom check really quick.
Yep, no need to worry about fake powder because you got real powder.
Right. And on top of that, he's already checked Magic Bat. But just a piece of heart for the mushroom.
NayIeen might be getting stuck right now.
Yeah. Still hasn't gone over to Waterfall of Wishing with those flippers.
Yeah, it's going to make a gamble on the bow being in Eastern.
Yeah, and he's gonna go on in there.
After checking Sahasrahla first.
Right. It's a shame he didn't catch that mirror first, though. That does make this a longer trip, because he'll have to eventually come back here for Palace of Darkness. And Sahasrahla's got more bombs, and a sword.
And having enough bombs.
Speaking of bomb-heavy seeds.
Well, to be fair, Sahasrahla did give him 13 bombs. It was just a slight refund.
That is true. And now we got NayIeen, instead of going to Eastern, looks like he's fluting back and going to Pot instead.
Todd is a bit more item dense, but if they get bow locked, it's only one chest.
That is true. Unless they use the potion glitch.
He does have a bottle of red, so he can do it.
Right. So we'll see if he goes for that, if it ends up being needed.
And my question on Jet's side is he going to decide to finish Desert?
With a fire source and especially fire rod, I probably would. Even though it's just a green pendant, that is another item to check. But he's going back up, so it looks like he might be.
It's not a bad play.
Yep, meanwhile, we're going to find out whether NayIeen is logically bow locked or not. Nope, there's a key.
Honestly, in this kind of situation, I would like to see a ped check soon, because bow is a possibility for the ped, and Swamp has a lot of items in it.
Right. Could be bow, could be... There's a lot of items that could still be at this point.
Bow, red cane, or whatever medallion you need for Mire or Turtle Rock.
Yeah, definitely. It could even be boots. But not that those are required, but those are pretty handy to have.
You never know. We might not know if it's boots required until Ganon's Tower.
Oh, NayIeen missed the potion glitch. So he's gonna go ahead and take a death to reset.
Yeah, it's a nice idea, but not paying out.
So with the potion glitch, you can... Normally that side you need the bow in order to kill the red mimic to progress forward. But with a potion, you can trick the camera into scrolling, and once you get all the enemies off screen, that opens the door. So it bypasses needing the bow. It's a relatively recent discovery, but it happens to be pretty useful.
Yeah, chat saying that NayIeen moved right a bit after drinking the potion, so that might have broke the glitch.
Oh dear. Meanwhile, though, Jetabb did finish up Desert Palace, so we'll see when he goes over to check that green pendant.
Yeah, probably gonna go over here and check Agina's cave real quick.
Right. Meanwhile, I haven't been keeping track of how many items NayIeen has found. So we don't know how many there are left that would be over on the east side. Right, and that's Sleevy's saying in chat. The potion glitch doesn't bypass the entire dungeon. It's just the two chests on the right side.
Well, that could be important.
Yeah, definitely. Medallions are always nice. Especially since Mire and Turtle Rock are both crystals you're gonna need.
So, Jet's going over here to Sahasrara. I doubt this is a plane to Eastern.
You never know though, he is taking some gambles to try to make up that time, so we'll see if he goes for it.
If he was, I think he'd do it from the Dark World, since he does have the mirror.
Yeah, he does have the mirror, that's a good point. Now for Jet, Swamp Palace is in logic. So there's a lot of items in there, but it is still a pendant, so we'll see if he goes for it. Now he got all his bombs and the Master Sword. NayIeen just finding some rupees in the first chest there.
Now, Jet's probably happy to see those bombs, because he was on, I believe, 2 bombs before then.
Yeah, I don't think he had very many left. And in the big chest and pod, just got a big 20.
Also, Green Pendant was 3 bombs.
Wow, Hashila really likes his explosives today. And we got an unknown item. Can't tell what he got. And I don't think he can either.
Maybe it was a bottle? We can't really tell.
It's either a bottle or just capacity upgrade.
Oh, and here comes the lamp.
Yep, here we go. NayIeen thinking about where to go?
Jet's got a slick play he can do here. He can go into Dark World, clear Thieves Town, go up, check Skull Woods, and while in the back part, check the ped, see if it's going to be anything.
Yeah, definitely could.
And we're seeing the Houlihan from NayIeen.
Oh, wow. It's an interesting play to make at this point. Well, I guess he hasn't checked Zora yet, has he?
Nope.
Okay, that makes sense then. He's gonna probably grab enough rupees for... I was gonna say pod too, but he's already been there. But getting his 50 or his 500 rupees, he's gonna head on out and go up to Zora. And hopefully he remembers Waterfall Cave as well while he's up there.
This isn't a direct play to Zora. Otherwise, there'd be a flute involved.
That is true. Well, he might... He's checking Hobo as well, and he's seen that lamp too. To him, that's his first fire source currently.
Right.
So he's probably hoping to find that mirror.
Which will be locked behind his actual first fire source.
Right. We got Jet going back to the Western Dark World.
So now he's got his map check. He knows what's up.
Definitely an interesting set of pendants and crystals.
Well, I just realized how limited they are on dungeon options right now.
Right, yeah, there's not a lot they can get to.
Jet can get the back of Skull Woods or get Swamp Palace.
There's
But
Nap and NayIeen with Skull Woods.
those are both pendant dungeons. No one really wants to go in those.
That is true. I'm really curious what's on that pedestal, though. Because if it does end up being something needed, like, could still be a medallion to get into Turtle Rock, or it could be a couple of other things still. But if that ends up being the case, then that'll be an interesting play for sure.
Well, and one more thing. No one's checked Eastern Palace yet.
That's true. They've both gone over there, but haven't actually gone in.
Yeah, NayIeen dipped pod, but yeah, no Eastern yet.
Yeah, interesting. And those are all still Sphere 1 items, so if there's anything over there, both of them would probably feel behind.
Yeah, even without the bows, sometimes you will see people come right out of Sanctuary, do a Houlihan, and take that Houlihan straight over to Eastern Palace.
Yeah, that's pretty good routing for sure. But I think NayIeen's going back up to finish Hera, it looks like. which is a good call, because then he'll get his mirror and have access to several other things.
Yeah, but at this point, I think the advantage is to Jetabb.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a couple of minutes play ahead and an entire dungeon. Now we do see Jet going to the back half. Is he going to check the pedestal while he's here? Well, so far he's just going straight in there.
I think the play would have been to check the pedestal first, just because if you find... Or no, he hasn't checked the big chest, which had an item, so...
Yeah, that is true.
He's gambling on both items being back here.
Yep, and there is definitely an important item right there, the Cane of Samaria.
Important, yes, but it doesn't open additional progression right now.
Right, it's not progression now, but it is definitely needed. So that'll be nice to have. And it looks like he's going back to the big chest. Or maybe just out. I missed it. Did he get the big key?
Yes, he did get the big key.
Okay.
And NayIeen is setting up the death warp.
Means you don't get your short little break, but it is definitely faster.
I don't think Jet checked the big chest. I think he just noped.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it either. Although chat makes an interesting point. What if it's Bo on the pedestal?
Oh, that's easily possible.
Definitely be going for.
Now, for Skullwoods, NayIeen got the item from the big chest, which was nothing important. Jetabb only got the item in the back half, which was the Cane of Samaria. So each runner only got one item. They just got a different item.
Right. Which means there's still a third item.
Skullwoods only has 2 items.
Or no, there's 2. Sorry, I'm mixing up dungeons. And NayIeen also going for this bomb jump. And he gets it. And gets his mirror.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Jet's checking Graveyard Ledge for the silver arrows.
That's worth it.
Definitely makes scanning a lot faster.
Oh, I'm looking at Vitreous for that.
That as well, yes. NayIeen going for his Troll Dorm fight.
Jet's back in Kakariko.
Yeah, we'll see what his play is from here.
Back to the
NayIeen.
Dark World. And Speed Phase for NayIeen.
Yeah, getting the angry Troll Dorm, but takes him down without any trouble.
So Jet is likely headed into Thieves Town now.
Yeah, I would say that's where he's going as well. NayIeen playing his, or Jet playing his chess game. NayIeen, meanwhile, is going to go into Spike Cave. See if there's anything big in here. This could be a play.
It was open pretty early.
And we got a third sword. Not required, but very handy.
I think you take that.
Oh yeah. Definitely worth it.
That's also a sword I would not be surprised if Jet does not come across.
That is also possible, definitely. Now, my big question right now is, where are those mitts? Because that's blocking us from knowing Turtle, Rock, and Mire, and what medallions we need for those.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hopefully we see those coming up sometime soon.
I mean, mitts is another item that could be on the ped.
That is also true. We got NayIeen checking the ledge here. And there's the bow!
That is a huge find.
That definitely opens up a lot. And by a lot, I mean Pod and Eastern, now fully clearable.
I mean,
With
that's
those
two.
silver arrows, just barely. That's a nice coupled find. Except NayIeen hasn't found those yet.
Exactly. And Pod is 5 items, though NayIeen's already found a decent chunk and didn't get much out of there. But Eastern's another 3.
That is true. And that is 2 crystals for him to have as well, so. Yeah, NayIeen's made up a lot of ground just now. Both of the runners heading into their dungeons to get their 3rd crystals.
There's one thing that could trip NayIeen up, though. He still does not have the lamp.
That is true. Pod dark rooms can be kind of mean. But with enough practice, we'll see if NayIeen can do it.
He's already gotten through the dark maze. The turtle room, though, is the notorious one.
Right, yeah. Those are the ones I was thinking about. Let's see what those items over here on the right side are. Now, luckily for NayIeen, he'll be able to go straight from here, just up. Since he's already cleared the rest of the dungeon, he'll be able to just go straight to the boss. Was that just a couple of keys he got?
Yep.
Oh, man. Which I think is going to lead him back to the vanilla big key location, which he skipped earlier.
I thought it was the harmless hellway he skipped.
Or the harmless hellway, that's right. I was thinking the one up top, the one on the bottom came out of my mouth. Jet's gonna be finishing up Thieves down here pretty quick. And just another key there.
I'm trying to think what door he didn't open.
He didn't go to the bottom half, the vanilla big key spot. I know he skipped that. And this is the room where you do need the bow to progress on.
This one and the room after it for the statue.
Right, yeah. But I mean, you can't get to this room unless you already have it, so. Jet using the Samaria strats on blind as well.
Yeah, blind definitely went off script over there.
Yeah.
But gets him down anyway.
That fight can get pretty crazy once Blind gets off script. Especially only having, was that 9 hearts? They do have blue
Yeah.
mail, which helps, but it can still be pretty gnarly.
The blue mail only helps for contact damage. The fireballs still do 1 heart of damage any way you go.
Right, that's true.
Ether does not work on the turtles. Oh, and no fire rod shots for NayIeen. He's going to have to do this blind.
Yeah, that's definitely sad to miss those shots. Let's see if he can do it.
Also, one other thing I noticed on the item menu is NayIeen does not have the compass yet. And as you said, the vanilla big key chest is still there, so there's
it could
one
either be
item left.
Yeah, it could be Helmasaur or there. NayIeen getting awfully. Oh, and he takes the death.
Yeah, that is the hardest dark room in Pod. It's probably one of the hardest dark rooms in the game outside of Aga Tower.
Right, Aga Tower is gnarly. But yeah, I feel it's a tie between that one and the Samaria room, and Meyer always gets me.
Here comes the Eastern play.
And Jet's finding his bow.
Now for NayIeen did see the lamp, so after this he's probably going to go right over there.
Right. But I am curious to see what's here in Eastern, because this has been available for the whole game. See if there's anything big here that they could have had early.
And with Jet having the bow, he also has the silvers.
Right, he's gonna make quick work of most of the enemies. Now, having the hook shot is really nice for that chest, but just a big 20 for item number 1 in Eastern. So it's 1 of 3 down.
Jet is potentially 2 items from go mode right now.
That's true. He just, whichever medallion opens the Mire and Turtle Rock.
Well, he needs mitts and
the
ice rod.
And the mitts, yeah.
There's
so
a
for
chance.
Sure too. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a chance that Bombos is for both dungeons.
That is true. It's possible. Don't see it super often, but because NayIeen also has Ether, but we'll see how the plays go down once we find those mitts.
Well, I think Ether is in Jet's path.
That's true. It was in Pod, wasn't it? Still not a lot in Eastern so far.
What's going to be interesting is what's in that vanilla big key chest that NayIeen skipped.
We'll see if Jet skips it as well. Now
Did we see the compass on Helmasaur?
NayIeen hasn't gone to Helmasaur yet.
Oh, right, because NayIeen died in the dark room.
Yeah, he died in the dark room. So we don't know. It could still be either one of those two could be the last item. NayIeen made it through what's arguably the easiest of the dark rooms in the game. And just finding the map for his trouble.
Now I want a burrito.
It's getting closer to dinner time, huh? NayIeen going up through the dark room in Eastern. Let's see if he can manage this. Nice, and he makes quick. Did he get the key?
Yeah, he had to get upstairs.
Oh, okay. That is a good point. I just didn't hear the sound, so I... There's still technically sequence breaks for NayIeen, but since he knows where the lamp is, it's not going to be a huge problem.
Yeah, you can get the lamp right now, and the lamp would put him in sequence, so this is all technically in sequence.
Right, it's just slightly out of order.
Right sequence, wrong order, who cares?
NayIeen not quite getting the quick kill, but still making quick work of it. And just 300 rupees. So nothing in Eastern.
Rich Armos, though.
Yeah. Nothing but a crystal, anyway. Now, did Jet go to the vanilla big key chest? Don't believe I saw it.
I don't think I saw it. So now that NayIeen has full magic, let's see how he fares going through the turtle room again.
Looks like he's actually gonna go over and check that chest he skipped first, though.
Yeah, he might have just noticed it. And Jet getting the hammer yump.
Oh, beautiful. And now we get to see what this item was down here that we couldn't tell. And it was just the map. And the compass, so the last item is on Helmasaur.
So we got a difference in power over here because we got NayIeen on the tempered sword, but normal arrows. Jetabb with the silver arrows, but only a master sword.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wonder if that balances out in the long run.
For Helmasaur, I'd say Jet has the advantage.
Yeah, silver arrow makes that last phase there really, really quick.
And those silvers were on the graveyard ledge.
Yeah. So we'll see how long it takes NayIeen to make his way over there.
If he makes his way over there.
Yeah, or if he does, I was about to say, yeah.
I know one common play for that is to wait until you have boots.
Yeah, so you can get the King's Tomb check as well.
And mirror to check the bonk rocks.
That's true as well. It was an interesting sprite I saw on the red rupee, though. It was strange. But moving on, NayIeen's about to head into the boss room, and Jetabb's just a few rooms behind him. But with Jet having the lamp, it should be going pretty quick. Alright, getting through the first phase fairly cleanly. And that is a dead Helmasaur.
He just had to get that one hit off.
And the red mail. So no progression, but still handy.
And Jet was dealing with some rich turtles there. That was a lot of big 20s.
Yeah. Too bad Zora's already out of the way. But it's always nice to have some extra potion money.
Indeed.
Especially with the flute. Now Jet's gonna make his way through the Helmasaur fight.
Now, Helmasaur had the red mail, so not progression.
Right. Where are those mitts?
I think
And-
NayIeen's headed over to Swamp.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Which Swamp's got a lot of items, so it very well could be our next progression in there. And if not, we're narrowing down the locations pretty quick.
Yeah, NayIeen is out of crystal dungeons that he's able to explore and having to start dipping those pendants.
Well, he does have... Oh, never mind, you need mitts to get into Ice Palace. I'm smart.
Oh, and a Bombos tablet check too.
Ah, that's also true. Didn't even think about that. Luckily, having swords, we get to just go for it blind. And it's just bombs on the Bombos tablet.
We heard you like bombs, so we put bombs with your Bombos.
Ironic, but not useful. I'm surprised NayIeen still hasn't picked up the lamp. Though being through most of the dark rooms except for Turtle Rock and Mire, I think.
Yeah, Mire is just a Turtle Rock is just a track room.
Right.
And Mire, it can be rough, but if you can do it, hey. Though I honestly think going and grabbing the lamp will save more time than fumbling through the Mire Dark Room.
Yeah, I definitely would, personally. But we'll see what NayIeen goes for. He might be routing it in after he finishes Swamp. Because he is in the Dark World on the south side. Meanwhile, Jet's going through Eastern Palace as well with that bow and tail.
Yeah, for NayIeen, if he finds mitts in here, then he can just go out of Swamp and straight into Ice and pick up the lamp on the way.
Well, he finds Quake, so the medallions for opening the dungeons are not going to be an issue now. So now the official Go Mode items are going to be the Ice Rod and the mitts. And for NayIeen, Samaria, since he hasn't found that.
Unless we see a big key on the torch in Ganon's tower.
That is true. It's definitely something no runner ever wants to see. If they don't have boots, anyway. Still Quake being the only item so far. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah, still looking for Go Mode. I wouldn't be surprised to see NayIeen go to the left side of Swamp.
Yeah. Especially in this case. Since it's a pendant dungeon, I would definitely check everything I could before finishing it. Meanwhile, Jet finished up his Eastern Palace.
He's walking out. He's already checked Pyramid. So Jet might be looking at a catfish play.
Yeah, that's a long walk, but it's the only thing I could see as well.
Hey, it's a long walk any way you go.
That is true. And Jet already checked Pyramid, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Catfish is definitely a long trek. A lot of runners leave off for a while, but at this point, there very well could be mitts or really anything on Catfish. Looks like he's going to stop off in the light world first, though, to
Yeah, he had to turn in
check
that
his mushroom. Yeah, he hadn't done that yet.
Now, if something ends up being on Catfish, Jet is probably going to feel pretty far behind, considering he could have checked it a long time ago.
Right.
And left side swamp not paying off.
Well, so hopefully there will be something up in the top half.
And this could still be a ped seed.
Yeah, it very well could. Neither of the runners have checked it yet. This seems to be a very runabout seed. The items are in a lot of interesting spots.
And NayIeen doing a quick double check, saying, nope, don't have the big key yet.
Yeah, I almost do that out of reflex at this point. But Jet's gonna toss his stone in the Catfish and we'll finally see what he's got.
And we have...
Half magic. Not bad. Not progression, but not bad. Ooh, and the ice rod. That was one of his missing items.
Nice find for sure, but... Oh. Oh my. If Jet makes that play before long, Jet already has the red cane.
That's true. So he could go right up to Turtle Rock, except he doesn't have the mitts.
That's also true.
It's been a while since I've seen the mitts gone for this long. We're running out of spots. Honestly, I would put my bet of it being on the pedestal. We'll see.
Well, so far we have at least a dip into all three pendant dungeons confirmed.
Right.
You gotta go into desert to come out and get your flippers. You gotta go into swamp. Oh wow, that was a quick kill.
That was very fast. I'm impressed. And just a bottle of voltage.
The best Mountain Dew.
For sure. But yeah, no Titan's mitts in swamp. Although he hasn't checked the big key chest yet. Did he get the map and the compass?
I don't know.
I guess we'll see on his next pause. Meanwhile, it looks like Jet's going for the same play. Really curious what's in this big chest. Looks like we're not going to get a pause before NayIeen gets there, so we'll see. And it's the Titan's mitts!
Oh, wow.
That is brutal. NayIeen is not happy about it either.
Swamp with all the value today.
Yeah, no kidding. So at this point, I think the ped dream is pretty much dead unless boots are required.
Oh, NayIeen's going to gamble on on Red Cane in Mire.
Oh no. Unfortunately, we know it's not there. Man, those Titan Smiths do open up a lot. But just some hearts here in the shack, so not a lot there.
Yeah, NayIeen still needs to head over to Skull Woods to get that Red Cane.
Yeah, we'll see how long. Oh, and that was... So was that all 3 pendant dungeons that were required to dip? Was there anything... Yeah, Desert Palace had flippers, Skull Woods had Cane of Samaria, and Swamp had everything else.
Yeah, because the Titan's mitts were flipper locked.
Yeah, required dip into all 3 pendant dungeons even without it being... Well, we don't know if it's a pedestal seed yet. We won't know till Ganon's Tower. Or until someone checks it.
Yeah, Pet is on life support, but it's still possible.
And it's hanging in there. But NayIeen taking a dip into Ice Palace.
Yeah, this is going to be a full clear Ice Palace. This is not what NayIeen needs to do.
I mean, he does still need the crystal, but it's not going to have Samaria, that's for sure. Now, did he check Checkerboard Cave while he was over there?
I believe so.
Okay, must have missed that. Jet getting his ice rod and his big key.
Now, one thing I've seen runners do is skip out on the big key.
Yeah, we'll see if Jet goes for it, because it is a long trek back in there after killing Argus.
Then again, Jet doesn't have any other progression out of Swamp right now, so he may just go right back in.
That's true, it's entirely possible. Because again, they are running out of locations, or at least they were until those Titan Smiths opened up.
And first try bomb jump for NayIeen.
Beautiful. Now Jet's gonna make his way through Argus, which is gonna be a bit of a slower fight since he doesn't have Tempered Sword. The little puffballs are gonna take 2 hits instead of just the 1.
Well, that was a neat little clip there from NayIeen.
Yeah, that's my favorite way to get through that. That room can be kind of nasty sometimes. For some reason, that ledge on those stairs is really hard to get down. And then Jet finishing off Argus. And then NayIeen going back up, circling around to grab the eastern half of Ice Palace.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate to not have the early small key. Makes it so much better to route Ice Palace.
Right.
And Jet is going back in.
Yep, he's probably realized he's still missing that item, so he's gonna find his Titans.
So this is going to be a potential go mode for Jet. He's got all the medallions. Only thing that could stop him now is boots.
Yep. Which puts Jet ahead for sure. since he's got that cane. And there's Jet's Titans mids.
Yeah, he'll be able to go mode Ice Palace. Meyer might, a go mode Meyer might not be that quick depending on where the key is, though.
That is true. NayIeen going for the reverse bomb jump. Well, that's an interesting setup, but definitely worked.
I'm not sure he meant to bonk going up, but he didn't fall, so it works.
It still works, gotta give him credit. Ice Palace is a fairly bomb-heavy dungeon. There's lots of bomb jumps in here. But since he has the hook shot, that cuts out one of them. And now Jet's in Ice Palace as well.
Now you see him going ahead and getting this chest. He knows he's still on Master Sword, and a Temper Sword would just be huge for him.
Oh yeah. Yes, Mozo, I think it is a 1 in 22 chance of boots being required right now. Just some bombs. Not a lot in Ice Palace either. But at this point, it's just seeing how quickly they can get through these. At least for Jet.
Now NayIeen's going to have to use Bombos to break open Cold Stare.
Which honestly is a play that I prefer anyway, even especially without half magic. Because that leaves you with some Fire Rod shots still to use on Cold Stare.
And Jet with the one-shot bomb jump.
Beautiful. NayIeen making quick work of that Cold Stare fight.
Yeah, if that had been Butter Sword, that would have been just dead in the corner.
Yeah. Now, where is NayIeen going to move on to now? Without Samaria, he knows he can't clear Mire or Turtle Rock. Where is he going to go? It looks like he's going up Death Mountain.
Kind of curious because he doesn't have the red cane.
He might be banking on finding it on the Dark Death Mountain east side. Or in Hookshot Cave.
That is an option.
It's a fair few items. I don't blame him. Now, I don't believe Jet... Did Jet go to the eastern side of Ice Palace?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw it. Oh, I guess he got knocked down in the bomb jump by the Freezor, according to chat.
Fire everywhere.
Also, very quick fight from Jet there. And the bug net. Now we're probably going to see Jet going into Clear Mire. And then Turtle Rock. It's a convenient order of dungeon clearing. Means you don't have to trek back up Death Mountain again. Not a lot in Hookshot Cave so far either.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we know there can't be a whole lot left.
Right. We've found most of our items at this point. The only things we haven't really found are a shovel and the boots. NayIeen thinking about where to go. It looks like he's gonna take that dip into Mire.
Jet is still checking a few chests nearby.
Yeah, he could be hoping for the boots, or... Really, that's about the only thing. Or he could still be looking for a sword as well.
Yeah, if he found a sword, that would more than make up for the time loss.
Because while Master Sword Ganon is possible, it's not a super pleasant experience.
What would make it bearable right now is the fact that he's on half magic with the cape.
That is true.
And 2 bottles.
That does make it possible, but I definitely would still prefer that tempered myself.
And silvers for easier phase 4, because final phase on Master Sword, no please.
That's definitely a long 24 spins you gotta do there. But since Jet has silver arrows, that won't be a problem for him this time.
NayIeen, right idea going back into the pendants, but wrong dungeon.
I don't blame him though. Green Pendant is usually the one I would check first as well, because that's another item on top of whatever's in the dungeon.
Yeah,
we just know it's not the right play.
Yeah, he knows Lammo has an item, and then the Green Pendant's an item, so that's 2 items to the 1 item from Skull Woods.
Right, it's a good play, it's just the wrong one.
And also, if it would have ended up rolling a Ped Seed, then after finishing Skull Woods, NayIeen could just mirror and pull the Ped.
That is true. We might see him check it.
But Jet, first chest, big key, and Mire.
Yeah, it looks like he's still going for a couple other chests though, looking for that sword.
Nah, just that one, since it's in the same room. You
Right,
gotta go through the room anyway.
Grab the one that's on the way. So the third sword NayIeen picked up was where again?
Spike Cave.
That's right, Spike Cave.
And the silvers were in the graveyard ledge.
Yeah. And NayIeen... Where are we? Oh, turning in the green pendant, of course. Meanwhile, Mire's a really nice dungeon to go mode, especially if you find the big keys early as Jet did.
Usually, go mode Mire and full clear Mire, there's not a huge difference because you have to look for that big key.
Right, but if that big key happens to be early, then...
Yeah, you get that early big key and Mire is a pleasure to go mode. Especially with the lamp.
Oh yeah. Which NayIeen still has not grabbed. Meanwhile, Jet's gonna go into his Vitreous fight, which with silver arrows is somewhat of a joke. Gets the 0 cycle there.
And barely gives him time to get up out of the goop.
Meanwhile, NayIeen hoping to find the Cane of Samaria in here. You know, despite Jet crashing out and losing the first 7 minutes, he's made up a lot of time.
Made up. He's about to flute up to the mountain and tackle his final crystal dungeon.
Oh yeah, he's flying. Now it is still possible to find a sword in Mire since there are still 2 items. But NayIeen doesn't need it, it's Jet that needs it.
Yeah, although if NayIeen finds it, then that means Jet can't find it.
That is true. Unless he goes down to Spike Cave. Which, I don't know
see
if he
him.
will at this point. There's nothing else he really needs except for that sword. Which
Yeah,
he can still do without.
Yeah, with that crash, I can almost guarantee you he is feeling so far behind right now.
Yeah, I would be. That 7 minutes is pretty costly.
Now, I might check Laser Bridge.
Yeah, that'll probably be a check he does. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mimic Cave either.
Oh, and NayIeen missing the block glitch there.
Oh no.
But getting a full magic.
It's a nice trade-off for sure. Especially since he doesn't have half magic. And Jet checking Hookshot Cave before he heads over into Turtle Rock. Unfortunately for him, we know there's nothing there. And there's one item in Mire, or was that the second? That must have been the second, because NayIeen's heading out.
Yeah, I believe the other one was just a capacity upgrade.
Oh man. Looks like he might be making that play back up to Skullwoods. Or he could be going for the fetch quests. Like the Smith and the Purple Chest. Peg Cave.
With the amount of items, the Smith chain would yield more, but he's in the area for Skull Woods. He's making the play.
Beautiful.
Honestly, I don't think we're going to see a ped check because at this point, either it's in Skull Woods itself and you're going to grab it, or it's not in Skull Woods. You're going to clear the dungeon and be able to pull the ped anyway.
That is true. And once he gets the Cane of Samaria, I doubt he'd be going for that. Meanwhile, Jet making his way through the beginning of Turtle Rock. He's still got to find that big key, though, before he can just straight go mode.
Missing the quick cycle there, but getting the next torch.
Yeah, he should still be fine. Now, since Samaria is in the back, and the Riot Shield for Jet. Oh, NayIeen is gonna check the pedestal. Awesome, we'll see what's there.
I'm going to guess, can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Or the boots? I don't know the boots message.
I think it's got to go fast.
It wouldn't surprise me.
But Jet's got a French vanilla mirror shield.
And it's a rupee horde.
So we got one on a tablet, one in the ped.
Yep, Ped is officially dead. Still lots of money on the ancient tablets, though. Or the ancient writings, I mean. NayIeen's gonna opt to clear it before checking that chest.
Oh no.
Nice job getting those magic and heart refills, though.
Yeah, but those Gibdos are not being friendly.
Yeah, but despite that, he did manage to make it through. I thought he was gonna miss the bottom torch after that long. And Jet not getting the vanilla big key chest over in Turtle Rock. It's not surprising.
Yeah, he's already got the big key.
It's a long way out of your way, too, to get that.
With that,
Really made quick work. Sorry.
Very quick work.
And gets all his pendants.
I don't think Jet... Oh, maybe he will... No, he's not going to check Mimic Cave.
Yeah, at this point, he's just moving on.
He'll probably check Laser Bridge, but Mimic Cave is a pretty slow check for one chest.
That's true. Whereas Laser Bridge has 4, and especially with the mirror shield, it makes it very quick. You don't have to worry about taking damage as much. And now NayIeen's gonna grab his Cane of Samaria. With that, he'll be in go mode. Potentially.
Alright, so on Jet's side, with that chest having an item, that means that the lava tube chest is just a small key.
Oh, wow. Guess that does make sense, though. So you do need a certain amount of keys before getting to this room. And now NayIeen's gonna head back in and go straight to the end of Swamp. Yeah, at this point, Boots could still be in Ganon's tower. Or it could be one of the overworld checks.
And Jet's being safe here, he's going to take the door.
Yeah, it's a huge time sink if you die to try and exit to the laser bridge without opening that door. Luckily, with half magic and Burna, it's gonna be a breeze. And one more item. Just a bomb upgrade.
Nice movement through the laser bridge, though.
Yeah.
And I temporarily forgot, NayIeen is still in the dark.
That is true. Still has not grabbed that lamp. But taking advantage of the fact that if you're against the bottom wall in that room, you can just throw the block straight upwards and it'll land on the block. Or the switch. Oh, did I say swamp? That's my bad. And NayIeen's just got this one more dark room. Now Trinex with Master Sword is going to take a few more hits per head.
Yeah, it took 5 Ice Rod shots there.
Oh dear. Luckily the Fire Rod does damage to the Ice one, despite the Ice Rod not doing damage to the Fire head.
And both heads are down.
Double ice patches though.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
And he gets the double spin, but it's still going to take a couple more hits. Opting to use the hammer for that tempered damage though.
Yeah, I'm used to Trinex turning into a hammer fight when you have Master Sword.
Oh, definitely. NayIeen making pretty good work of Vitras there. Even without having the silvers.
Yeah, using the damage boost strat with the spins.
Definitely good. But with Jet having got his last crystal, the question is, where is the Ganon's Tower Big Key? There are 22 locations that it could be in. It could be in any one of them.
Now, we don't have a bot, but go ahead, put your guesses in.
For those of you who might be a bit newer to Randomizer, it's a game we like to play.
Yeah, there are 22 locations where the big key can be. So, putting your guess 1 to 22, where do you think the big key is going to be?
I'm going to say 3. The seed has been evil. I think it's going to be more evil and require boots.
I'm going to say 14. Make it vanilla.
That's a nice in-between. Not right at the end, but not right at the beginning either. And we'll see. It's a bottle and 1.
Well, that makes our 3rd bottle.
Indeed it does. Unfortunately, we can't see it at the moment. Also,
well, it's not on the torch.
Nope, it's not there. Boots are not required. So Jet is officially in go mode. And NayIeen's going to go ahead and head on into Turtle Rock. That's location number 4 for Jet. 6, 7.
And we're going into the double firebar room.
Still nothing. And while NayIeen still making his way through the beginning of Turtle Rock. Well, doesn't quite get the block invincibility, Jet.
Red mail helps. He's not going to take too much damage. Okay, he takes the same amount of damage anyway. I kind of lied.
Yeah. No, I've lost count on Jet. And our tracker's back.
Here comes 9, 10, 11, and 12 for Jet.
Well, my guess was out long ago. Your 16 might be pretty close, Shadows.
I said 14.
Or 14.
NayIeen making his way through Turtle Rock. He's going to have an easier time with that Tempered Sword.
That is definitely true. Whereas we might be getting a Master Sword Ganon from Jet.
Getting some extra arrows.
I don't know which I would rather have. Silvers with Master Sword or just tempered silverless.
I think I'd rather have Tempered Silverless.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would too, because the first phases of Ganon without that tempered sword are painful.
Now, Jet's opting not to do the bomb jump. He's trying to navigate through here.
Which you can also use Ether to light up the path if the torch goes out.
Or you can just bomb jump across and forget the whole thing.
Right. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be what Jet's going for this time.
The normal strategy is to, you can't fire rod those.
Nope, unfortunately.
But the normal strategy is to bonk across on those skull pots. But boots are still MIA.
Right, and without them, it's pretty difficult. Sorry, go ahead.
Another interesting strategy you can do is you can use the enemies to damage boost across that gap too.
Oh, really? Don't know if I knew that one.
Oh, I didn't until I did it completely by accident once.
Oh, nice. Jet finally making it across.
And he's going to kill Bob!
That's right. I believe that was location
13.
13, yeah. I was trying to remember which chest the big key is normally in vanilla. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's the front of the ice Armos.
Makes sense. Well, there's 13.
Vanilla.
And it's on the east half.
Oh!
Interesting. Which means depending on what NayIeen does, he might be able to make up that time. But most runners tend to check the first two of east side and then go over to west side, since there's a lot more items over there.
Sometimes if a runner gets a key in those first two chests, they'll make the play to right side.
Right.
Oh, are we going to see Tile Room?
Wow. Interesting play. But I like it.
Now there's a nice little glitch here you can do with the cape. If you use the cape and don't hold a direction but hold on to the wall, it will not drain your magic. So you can be completely immune for this.
Which gives you a nice little break time again as well. But it looks like Jet's opting to not go for that. And just a small key.
Wrong size.
Now there is a full magic refill in this pot. But there we go, now Jet goes for it. Now he's gonna have to wait for that torch because he's off the cycle.
Oh, he almost got grabbed there.
Yeah, that was close.
Well, that might be less got grabbed and more walked into the grab.
That's always really frustrating, especially in Ganon's Tower. To get nabbed by those floor masters at the last minute. And NayIeen with Tempered is going to be a bit quicker at Trinix.
Jetabb finding the big key on 19.
And there we go.
Open them all up, still no sword.
Yep, and with that, Jet's gonna make his way up Ganon's tower. NayIeen's coming up behind him.
Yeah, that tempered sword making quick work of Trinex.
Yeah, that's making use of the sword slashing with those red mimics to position them. It's a pretty handy little trick you can do.
Yeah, but I don't know that Jet's got enough arrows. I mean, is 59 arrows enough?
I don't know. Might need to farm a couple more.
Alright, so Jet flipped the switch. Problem with flipping the switch there is it makes it harder to get a health refill later on, right before Moldorm 2. If you have the orange switch down, you can come right up to the gate, use the powder, and hit both a bunny beam and an anti-fairy.
That is true. But there's also a switch right next to it. So it doesn't waste a ton of time, but yeah, it is slower. Let's see if NayIeen sticks to the right side or if he's gonna go left as well. And he's going left.
Yeah, there's the key. There was an opportunity. Now these BMOs in these ice rooms are a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, they can be very annoying. Combine ice physics with BMOs and fireballs. I don't like that room at all. Probably my least favorite room of the whole gauntlet.
And you would figure that mirror shield would block that.
Right, I mean, it blocks the, like, eye lasers. Why not the beam lasers?
And a nice one cycle.
Oh, it was beautiful. Missing with silver arrows there can be kind of costly, because it generates lag.
Yeah, you can't fire a second arrow until the first arrow's off the screen or hit its target.
Right, that's another annoying part of it.
And Jetabb taking a fall here.
Luckily, it's not the worst of places to take a fall, but still costly. And he misses the quick kill on the Wiz Robes.
Yeah, that's probably one of the hardest quick kill rooms in the game.
Right, it can be difficult.
Yeah, Spike gets in the way more times than you realize.
Oh yeah.
NayIeen making his way through the rando room.
Now the reason we call this the rando room is because in vanilla game there's absolutely nothing over here, so you don't ever need to check it. But in randomizer, you can hold just about anything. Jet teching these last couple of chests, see if he can get a sword at the very last second. Which is still possible, we haven't seen the fourth sword yet. It's a possibility it could be in this last chest, or it could be in the Moldorm chest as well.
Yeah, Moldorm's last possession could very well be a butter sword.
What would that be for last item? Just a piece of heart there.
And sorry, it would be a butter sword in Jetabb's case.
Right, it would be just tempered. Now NayIeen's going for that bomb jump we were talking about earlier. Unfortunately, it gets knocked off by the bumper enemies.
And a clean Moldorm 2 from Jetabb.
Beautiful. And just a bomb capacity upgrade. So no tempered sword for Jet. Which means we're gonna get an interesting Ganon fight. Those who haven't seen it before, with Master Sword, Ganon can only be damaged by spin attacks. So that can make it a little bit difficult. Now NayIeen failing the bomb jump, so he's going to go for that ether strat instead. But he's got to watch his magic.
I didn't realize that ether actually killed the mini Helmas.
Yeah, it's the one medallion I think that works on them. Or does Quake work on them?
Not sure.
Well, NayIeen's going to bail out and go east side, which in this case is the right play.
Yeah, he could still get back to the same room going east side, but we know he'll find the big key this way.
Yeah, meanwhile, Jet taking on Aghanim 2. Which I think he's only gotten the one hit. Now 3.
And here's that cape glitch that we were talking about earlier.
Well, he must have gotten one more than I saw, because Aghanim's down. Jet's just gotta kill the big pig. But yeah, NayIeen also checking Tower Room before moving on.
They both have to be feeling behind right now, especially Jet.
Oh yeah. I would be expecting to see the done at any minute. Ganon singing us a nice little song.
So phase 1 and 2 are going to take 12 spins. You gotta be careful not to walk into Ganon, because red mail, it still hurts.
Jet getting the nice corner strat there where you can do a couple spin attacks on Ganon that'll hit him twice.
I think that Trident's still doing 2 hearts of damage.
Yeah, it's still... Even with red mail, Ganon still hits really hard. Which can make it a really difficult fight.
Well, he is the last boss of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. And this is the nicest place to get the corner strat, because now he doesn't have to dodge the fire bats until right now.
A little bit risky walking through Ganon there, but not getting hugged.
And he does have a blue potion, so that's gonna keep him alive. And now it's just 1 hit per time Ganon appears.
Those teleports can really mess with you, though, because you have to charge up that spin, and if you let it go at the wrong time, you could miss a cycle.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, see right there, it was delayed just enough that Ganon got a fire bat out.
Yep. Jet not getting to the torch in time for the torch glitch.
Yeah, Jet was getting ping-ponged right there.
Yeah, that was a brutal spawn for Ganon. He does get that double silver arrow, though. And that's 3. It takes 4 shots from the silver arrows to kill Ganon. And,
Nice setup.
Yep, this is gonna be it. Jet's gonna take this one. NayIeen, meanwhile, still right on his heels. GG to Jetabb, who finishes the seat up in an official Speed Racing TV time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 3 seconds.
Coming back from a complete blue screen crash to win this race.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling good about that. See if we can get him in here for a word or two.
Meanwhile, we've got NayIeen going up the gauntlet, taking down Landmo too. Doesn't have the silver arrows to fall back on that Jetabb did. Also doesn't have half magic.
Well, it looks like we got Jetabb in the waiting room. So we'll get him in here. And we are joined by Jetabb. GG.
Thanks.
Yeah, how did you feel about that? We heard you crashed at the very beginning.
Yeah, my computer crashed right after escape. Luckily, I didn't lose any progress. I just felt I just had that feeling in the back of my mind the entire time that I lost 4 minutes.
Right.
What do I gotta do to make this time up?
So it was only 4 minutes then?
Something like that, I believe.
And it looks like NayIeen actually has forfeited the end of the race.
That's unfortunate.
Running out of magic right at the end there.
Yeah.
Still, GG to NayIeen. Was
Definitely.
Yeah, when NayIeen went to fire on that right torch, the fire rod actually skipped over the torch itself and failed to light.
Wow.
Still, it was definitely a very interesting race. How do you feel your execution in general was?
Hit or miss. Some parts were pretty good and some parts weren't. I'm so used to having boots in Ganon's tower that I didn't know the path for the tiles, the invisible tiles in the room before Ice Armos.
Yeah.
It's like I fell a few times there, but I felt like I played pretty well. I may have made a couple decisions I wouldn't normally just because I knew I was behind. Like going into desert, knowing it's a pendant, deep into Skullwoods, knowing it's a pendant. Unfortunately, like, kind of offset that by not having Titan's mids, and that limits your limits the amount of places you can explore. So I knew I had to go. I knew I had to go into swamp at some point because I didn't have Titan's mid, and I had built Ice Rod and Titan's mid, so that was pretty much good to go right after that.
Yeah, Titan's mids were delayed a long time in this seed. It took
Yeah,
a really long time to find them, especially them being in the big chest of Pendant Swamp. It's pretty trolly.
definitely.
Yeah, you were forced to dip all 3 pendant dungeons.
Yeah.
So even though it wasn't a pedestal seed, it was still pretty far in there.
Yeah, longer seed than, I mean, for me, it's probably about average, a little over 2 hours. But it seemed longer just because you had to go into every dungeon.
Right, that definitely makes it feel long. Did you still expect to win though after crashing out with those 4 minutes?
No, I knew I was behind the entire time. And
Right.
I just try to play my best and get through it.
So all those gambles you took at the very beginning actually made you up a lot of time.
Which is surprising. And it's unfortunate because I don't know if I would have made that gamble or not. Otherwise, it's difficult to tell because who does that? Nobody would do that, you know. But I knew I was behind, which I didn't want to be, but it won't know either way. So it's just one of those things.
Yeah, definitely.
what really started you out there was the fake flipper up into the waterfall of wishing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you got that fire rod way before NayIeen did. And NayIeen went into Tower of Hera and couldn't go to the basement because they didn't have the fire source.
Oh wow. Yeah, because the lamp was on the island you need the mirror to get to.
Right. And then that fire rod also led you into the back of Skull Wood, so you also got the red cane a lot earlier.
Right. Yeah, that Red King was. Was that one item that NayIeen took a while to find? I can see that being the thing because it was way in there.
Yeah, NayIeen's not going to be able to join us.
Okay.
Doesn't quite have time, but still, GG to him.
Definitely.
Definitely a good race.
Thank you guys for providing commentary, and thanks for the restream. Appreciate that.
Yeah, hopefully we were entertaining enough.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, for sure. And thanks for racing. It was definitely a good one to watch.
Glad to hear that.
Was there any other last comments that you wanted to make before we head out?
That was it.
All right, cool. Well, real quick, let's take a look at your
no boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, no boots.
Yeah, let's take a look at your ending times here.
Yeah, no clue where those boots were.
Could have been an Ice Palace, maybe.
I think we saw all the items in Ice Palace.
Okay.
Yeah, NayIeen checked the right side.
Could have been Big Chest, Skullwoods.
Nope.
Nope.
It was an item, but it wasn't.
What about like Blacksmith or the
Yeah,
Purple
those fetch
or the
quests were
hammer,
never done.
yeah.
Peg Cave.
Shovel. Yeah.
Yeah, there
Maybe
were a lot of
GT
places
Big
still.
Chest.
Yeah, it could have been there because I didn't check that.
Yeah, I think that's the only chest we didn't see, was it?
I'll have to go back and play the
Yeah,
rest, right?
Yeah, that was the only chest in Gan's Tower that wasn't checked.
Still, 168 collection rate is pretty good.
Yeah, for having to go into all dungeons and 3 pin dungeons. Well, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, thanks again, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
It was definitely a good race. It's nice to see that come from behind win from that crash.
Appreciate that.
All right, cool. Well, thanks everyone for watching. It's definitely been fun. Again, I've been Dark and Sky.
Now I've been Dark Shadows 59. If you want to see some more rando action, we have a couple of races that started at 7 o'clock. Over on Speed Gaming 4, we have Walther 4 versus Number Play. And on ALTTP Randomizer 1, we have Trip versus Ovidius Naso. And then starting at 8 o'clock, we have Rubble versus Hacksaw on Speed Gaming 2. And on this channel, we'll have Recidador versus ZZZ Cube.
And definitely have plenty of randomizer to keep you guys occupied. That's for sure.
Till next time, this has been Dark Shadows 59.
And Dark and Sky.
And good night and enjoy your rando, everyone.
See you next time.